I feel good. Feel good, you know. I'm out here sipping tea.
Like very serene, Kamaru Usman.
No, I feel good relatively because obviously the fight camps are
Yeah,
if you did your job then they're going to be rigorous and it's going to break your body down quite a bit.
yeah.
But overall I feel actually pretty good, to be honest.
When you look at those five guys ahead of you, I guess counting Jack Kamaru, do you still feel like that you're as good as anybody in the world and that you could absolutely still be UFC welterweight champion?
Absolutely, I feel like I'm better than every one of those guys ahead of me. Um, obviously if you give me the knowledge that I have and the experience and give me a vehicle that's maybe 5 years younger or 7 years younger, that's not even a question that people question at all.
Yeah.
It's just obviously because I am in the position that I am now and I have the wisdom that I have is why everyone kind of second guesses that. But yeah, I do think I still am better than everyone in this division.
Have you been motivated by it, the fact that it seems like people are doubting you? Not everybody, but that some people are doubting you now?
Not really. I never cared. People always kind of doubted me.
Yeah.
They doubted me for a long time, and then
Yeah.
they realized, oh shit, like,
This guy's pretty good.
yeah, people don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't hold that against them. It's just part of life. The only part that kind of sucks is we're in an era and a time now where everyone kind of has access to you, to where, yeah, if they want to doubt you, they just somehow feel the need to, yeah, I'm gonna doubt him and I'm gonna tell him that I doubt him. I'm gonna let him know I doubt him.
Right.
And so, people kind of just send that out to you. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's the world that we live in, and you just learn how to move and shake and adapt to it.
Talk to me about Joaquin Buckley. Obviously, he's a young guy, a talented guy, explosive. He's won a ton of fights in a row. What does he present as a challenge, and how do you approach beating this guy, Kamaru?
Joaquin is very, very aggressive,
Yeah,
younger, hungry, tough dude.
yeah.
Um, Very, very explosive, aggressive, and he is pretty well rounded. There's just some aspects that we haven't seen necessarily, but he's that hasn't been a problem for him. He's done a great job with what he's been presented to down here in the welterweight division, and has earned an opportunity to be on my radar for me to say yes, I'll take that fight. So he's done everything. He's done a great job with what he's been presented, and now he has this opportunity. So it's my job to go in there and just kind of let him know that, yeah, you're doing a good thing, but you're just not there yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
What what's the blueprint, Kamara? Where you go Saturday, you win the fight. Where does that put you? Is there another fight that you take? Then do you hope to get a title fight? Then at that point, where do you think this puts you as far as getting to the top of that mountain again?
No, absolutely. I think with the finish over Buckley this weekend, I'm next in line for that shot. I mean, if you really look at the division and you look at the landscape of kind of where we are with you know, the UFC and everyone, I mean, I think it's I don't mean to sound some type of way, but I think as far as looking for the biggest name and the biggest fight in that division, I think it's me. So yeah, I think we fight for the title next. I win that title and look to get a defense early next year.
So no more long breaks. You're looking to stay active here now.
Yeah, like let's be honest. We're a lot closer to the end of the hallway than we are at the beginning of it. And uh I would love to sit here and say, yeah, I just want to fight 10 more times and
Right.
be honest, it's you're getting close to a point where now you've seen a lot of new things, that's life. And then you want to maybe embark on certain things. To do this right here at the highest level that we've been doing this at is it's a lot. It takes a lot of motivation, a lot of dedication to do it. And part of that is the selfishness that you kind of have in order to be there. And I have a family. I have people that I want to love on in a different way, than it's been. I don't necessarily want to disappear for a couple of weeks in training camp and all of that. So, all of that being said, and then, as a businessman too, there's new things that you've learned, new avenues you want to get
Yeah.
into. And with that being said, I recognize that I don't want to do this for another 5 years, 10 years, like I've been doing it. So, we like who was it? Michael Chandler says, you don't want to be here for a long
Long
time, you're here
time.
for a good time. So, I'm trying to have a good time right now while I'm here.
I'll get you out of here because I know you got to run tomorrow in a sec. What would it mean though for you to get back to that mountaintop after you fought so hard to get the opportunity to win that title and then you were so dominant? What would it mean then to battle back when a lot of people had written you off? I have to imagine that would be incredibly gratifying to you.
Absolutely. It will mean a lot. I mean, and it's something that I think about often. It's one of those, I guess that you could call it those manifestation type of
Yeah.
deals, because I think about it often, and it would mean a lot because I've put so much into this. I mean, there's a lot that people don't see day to day. I'm doing my best now to kind of put out a little bit of content so people
Yeah.
have an idea, but there's so much that I battle, more than I don't, honestly, I don't want to say more than most because I don't know what everybody else battles, but I know what I go through, and I know it's a lot. And in order to prepare and to get to these fights, so um, it's it would mean a tremendous amount, being not just a son, but a father now, and potentially mentor to some people. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for that moment. Just like I envision being a champion
Yeah.
and defending that belt and having that moment come to fruition. I can't wait.